Here's something else I don't miss about San Jose, California, about living even near Santana Row. And you might ask, Santana Row so perfect. Why are you so unhappy? Well, for one reason, you could smell this thing sometimes in the summer and winter. And what is it? It's a huge sewage treatment plant. And this has open vats of sewage for treatment. And my God, it stinks. So if the wind came down the bay and blew over this sucker, it would fill your nostrils with delightful aroma, even around Santana Row. So how does this work? You might ask. Geez, San Jose, high-tech capital, blah, blah, blah. Well, so there's that thing right there. And the wind comes down the bay, right down the bay like this, down, 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 and then it will curve and blow over. And I lived at the intersection of, where did I live here? How can I be forgetting San Jose so fast? Easily. All right. So this stench would make it all the way down from here down to Valley Fair Mall and Santana Row. The stench would go all the way down from here to here. That's roughly what? 1 mile? Okay, there's the marker, 1 mile. I guess it had to go like 7 miles or something, but it would make it down there and make it very unpleasant. So another reason not to move to San Jose is the just the dump. There's supposedly a big dump up here, and there's the sewage treatment plant, and you can smell this thing. I mean, really badly. Okay, so where not to live in San Jose? Anything along this corridor here is somewhat sketchy. So it's weird. You have like gang type people living next to people with jobs and who care about children and all that. So probably okay up here in the hills. But when you get down here around the 880 and the 680, this section here not too good. Um, where else? I basically lived right here, right about there. And it's well safe and good right there. But as soon as you go down Stevens Creek Boulevard here, which turns into San Carlos, this is all like gang bang central down here. It's like you don't want to walk around here at night. And what else going on here? Well, okay. Here's Tish Road, and I've used this hundreds of times. They recently repaved this thing, and this whole area here is going through a revitalization. So they pretty much knocked all this down, and they're putting up mixed living right here. So this has all been knocked down through here recently, 2021, say like October, November 2021. Once you cross this and start going over through here, this Moore Park Avenue is all cheap apartment slums. It seems. It just you don't want to live anywhere in here. It just doesn't seem safe. All this stuff is real low income. I mean, not everybody can have high income, but it just didn't seem safe. Going down through here, Winchester, this was always very depressing for me. Just depressing. You always had like really weird people walking through here, just oddballs. And then it gets nicer once you hit Hamilton. It's kind of spices up a little bit. So let's get to Hamilton here. And so I would just kind of drive through here and hopefully no accidents. This Safeway had some real creepy people in it here. And here's Hamilton. So once you get here, you have Campbell right here. Campbell has its own police department, its own police forces. It's nice. So Campbell, if you can afford to live here, it's nice. There's some industrial stuff on this one side of Campbell, but besides all that, if you can live in the core of Campbell, you're doing pretty good. So here we are on Campbell Boulevard. This is very, very nice. This is all nice, but Campbell is not very big. Okay, so let's go back up into the air here and I can complain some more about where I used to live. I have PTSD from this place. I'm so glad to be out of San Jose. I can scream. All right, so the San Thomas, the 17. Okay, so the prune yard is nice. I mean, nice places to eat here. It's all great. You get in through here, it's just nondescript and somewhat sketchy in through here. I mean, people are going to disagree, but that's how I feel about it. I'm sorry. I lived there 6 years. So okay, so you're rolling along 17, heading toward Los Gatos. Great. And yeah, it's nice in here. There's a lot of industrial stuff, but here's the 85. So anything along the 85 going north is good. On left side is good. Right side, left side's good. Los Gatos is nice. Anything that is south of the 85 here on 17 is nice. So this is all nice in through here. This is all, I mean, I'm not a fan of the super dense housing in through here. Not a real fan of it, but once you get above Los Gatos Boulevard, it gets kind of nice in through here. So this is all a nice place to live. It's doable. Of course, once you get into core Los Gatos right here, this is very nice. And of course, it's all very nice in here. And then once you get up into 17, up into the hills here, the Santa Cruz Mountains are kind of their own thing. There's people up there with money that just want to be not disturbed and they live their life. So that's how it is. And Los Gatos has a trail, which is nice to run. You can run all through this trail here. So Los Gatos Trail is actually pretty long. Trail starts, goes along 17 here. There's the tree. There's a trail goes through here. There's a trail right there. You walk along the dam here. You go back up the trail here. And then you can basically come back down and make a big circle. So that trail is very nice. You can walk through neighborhoods here, end up right about here where you first started. Very, very nice. So I miss Los Gatos, but I can't say I miss the core of San Jose. And I miss Carmel too. So what was nice was going to Carmel on the weekends. What wasn't nice is trying to get there in the car and the traffic. So there's a couple ways to go to Carmel, but what I usually did was I took the 85 down, and that was workable, except you'll get a lot of traffic in Campbell. I'm sorry, in Morgan Hill. It just stops. So yeah, you can take the 85 down through here. It works. And once you hit this, it backs up. So usually going down on the weekend to Carmel, there was always a backup pretty much here. If you left like at 10 or 11, the 12 would back up. It would back up all the way through here. This is like every weekend. And who knows what the reason is, just too many people. And then there was a backup sometimes here through Morgan Hill, um, Gilroy sometimes. And then right when these roads merge, there's always a backup down here. So this was always very unpleasant to go to Carmel with the backups. So I found the best way to go to Carmel on Saturday to eat dinner there was you leave at 3 o'clock p.m. and then you can get through the stuff because the people that are out cruising around and making dinner at home, usually the people that are out clogging the roads up. And so then you would make it to Carmel pretty quickly. Anyway, gonna miss Carmel, that's for sure. Can't get there easily. Salinas, I'm not a big fan of it. But Carmel, sure. Take the 101 down, go down here. This gets backed up too in the summer really badly. And in fact, this can all back up in the summertime. And then in the evening, leaving Carmel, this can back up here pretty well. So two ways to go to Carmel. You would either take this route on the one or take this. I would usually come in through the 101 this way and go out through the one that way. That usually worked out at night. Miss Carmel a whole lot. This is like heaven through here. It's very pleasant. I'm not sure what it's like to live around here, but if you could afford this area, I'm sure it's fine. If you could afford Carmel anywhere in here, it's really nice. Of course, Pebble Beach is nice and 17-mile drive. So I miss all this stuff about the Bay Area, but I don't miss San Jose at all. It's a horrible place. Horrible. Santa Cruz is kind of nice too to visit if you can get there. So the problem with all these places is you can't get there. So here's the valley, San Jose, Santa Clara. Once you hit the 85 in the summertime and you hit Los Gatos, this can be jammed all the way through. It can be jammed all the way through here in the summer. So even though it's nice here in Santa Cruz, you can't get there. You just can't get there. I've made this drive from Santa Cruz a few times all the way um, up through the one. This is really beautiful. It takes like hours and hours. It's a really pretty drive. I miss that. Also, anything along a 280 here is nice. So if you can afford something in Saratoga or anywhere along here, I'm not so sure about Mountain View. That's kind of odd now, but if you can afford around Stanford, anything along the 280 is nice. And Woodside is very nice. So if you can afford Woodside, that's kind of where people kind of hide out. And it's, of course, it's like probably $5 million for a house in Woodside now, but it's nice. This water temple's fun to visit. I've never been to Fivoli, but that's probably nice too. There are things I miss about the Bay Area, but I just don't miss San Jose. I never will. I mean, rich people at Google making a lot of money. Atherton, Menlo Park, great place to live. Palo Alto is fine if you stay west and south of the 101. Once this thing kind of spreads out, I'm not a fan of I'm not a fan of anything in here. It's like Santana Row didn't really work out for me. Um, Campbell's nice. Los Gatos is nice. The rest of this, nope, didn't work for me. All right, well, sorry, I'm grousing a bit, but I feel I wasted probably 4 years of my life back in the Bay Area. Just it was a waste. Nothing changes. No one's friendly. It's overcrowded. You can't get anywhere. There's too many people. Okay, I'm done complaining. Have a nice day. And if you live in San Jose, I'm sorry. You can move. Bye bye.